This is Tina Phillips again from A Wild Plan. And now I'm going to talk about the third part of my academic collection. I've been busy. Um, and these are meant to be just fun single subject notebooks. And the inspiration from this came from my love of school supplies. And one of the things I always loved doing as a kid was going to like Target or somewhere and picking out my spiral notebooks and making sure that each subject had its own, I guess, theme or personality. And I decided that this would be kind of a fun thing to do digitally for students, especially with those new iPads that are coming out specifically for students. That why not have all of their note taking capabilities ready to go in GoodNotes? And these are the designs that I've come up with, and I can certainly come up with more. I was just trying to look at for fun stuff to make using the foiling techniques and the different patterns and pictures and things like that. I tried different approaches on all of them, as you can see. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of them, and I'm gonna go ahead and look at this big donut one. And you get a fun cover and you can sit there and decorate it. And I'm going to be coming out with some fun stuff for that too. And I'll talk about that later. But what happens is this is just meant to be a single subject notebook, and it helps you kind of keep track of that particular subject that you're in. You have your course name, your professor, and this was kind of with the idea of college students in mind, but high school students could easily use this as well. You can keep track of some of your classmates in that class. It's when you do need to do group study or whatever. You can also, if your professor is kind enough, they're going to have their syllabus in a PDF format. And you can always insert that into the notebook as well and have that ready to go. Or you can even like have it scanned in, or even just really just low res style, just to take a picture of it with your iPad and stick it in there so you have it, so you don't lose it, because those are one of the first things I always kind of lose. You have three little tabs over here that deal with just the different sections, and there's just the course info. That's this page. And then you have I went ahead and put a calendar at a glance, so you can kind of put down when it's going to be the school year, so it's August to July. And you can put like your important dates of when your tests are, or quizzes and things like that, so you don't lose track of that. You also have the study planner grade tracker, where you can track every assignment in that course. And you also have down here is kind of a color code key in the association. This is meant for when you're taking notes. You can, in GoodNotes, you can sit there and use all these different highlighters, and you can color code all the different colors that you want to use for separate things, whether it be this is going to be on the test, or this is going to be somewhere else, or just the definition. And you have some notes down there. I also went ahead, as with all these new academic planners that I'm creating, is I've made some different dividers, so you can kind of see visually where you are in your notebook. So this is just where the study aids are. And this is where that little link links to over here. So you go to study aids, and then inside there you have topics to study of what you need. Like if there are things you don't understand and things that you need to understand, you can write that down. And possibly if you need to get help with tutoring or whatever, you already have things that you aren't quite clear on. You also have definitions. This could also be used for math if you have like separate formulas, or even chemistry formulas that you need to memorize and things like that. History, or even English and vocabulary and things like that. You have all these definitions. This can be duplicated as needed in that section. Then you also have a readings page, and I guess if this is more of a history or English class, you can write down each book that you're trying to read, and you can take notes on what on different pages of what you need to learn, and that way you have kind of a summary of the whole thing for reading assignments. This can be duplicated as needed. That's what this whole book is more about. This whole notebooks is more about just duplicating as needed. So it's a bunch of different layouts for you to use to get through your course. And this is just a secondary line page in that study area. This will be where you're going to be probably daily, and that's your notes and lectures pages. And I've given you several different choices on how you want to take notes, and this is the note page that comes with the planner with the links in it. So you can sit there and duplicate this page. In fact, this is kind of how I expect you to. So you get this one page, and what you're going to do is you're going to start making your own you're going to start making your own navigation. And inside of all of these planners, you're going to get a PDF outline. So all the pages are right there. So if you need a link to those, you can. But what you're going to do for your own personal stuff, that way you can change them as needed. That bookmarks area, all you have to do is hit that plus. And you type in the bookmark title for the page that you're on. And I can just type in today, today's Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday's date. I'm probably getting this wrong. So it's probably May, I think 16th. And then 2018. Oof. You hit OK. And it shows up. And these are always going to be editable. You can either delete it or rename it as you see fit. And every day you do this, you'll start logging in each day that you took notes. So it's not like something that you have to use every day. There's no extra pages that you're not going to use. You just create it as you go. So it makes it a lot simpler. And then you get a secondary page I was asked to do. And then I'm sure you'll use this for like the very start of that day. That might also visually help you. And you always start with that template, and then you use the secondary template. And you always want to duplicate it as you go. And like I was saying with the other stuff, you want to actually probably go backwards. So you would want to duplicate that page. You want to edit, and you want to copy. You hit done. Done. And then you want to say add a page. So then you have all those little plus signs that come in, and you're going to want to put that page in front of that other page. You paste copy pages. And you just keep doing that as you need to for every day. You could even put a bunch of little separate ones in there as long as you need to. You can duplicate as you see fit. As many pages as you need. The file sizes on these are extremely small without losing any quality. As you can see, you can sit there and zoom in on these, and they're still like really high quality. And they're super small in file size because I use professional design programs to create these. Okay, so this is the ones with the links. So these 2 pages are with links only. You also get a blank page, and then you have a printables section. And this is the Cornell format for printables. And you get a blank, you get a secondary lined, because again, you're going to probably write a lot of notes. You probably need a lot of secondary pages. You get a lined version, a blank. You get a dot grid. So if you have like math courses or like design courses, if you need that. And then you get the graph page. And then you also get a blank page with my links on there. So in case you need tutorials and stuff, you can. These are meant to be either emailed or printed, or if you have to print them out to turn them in or whatever, that way you don't get your theme of your notebook in there. So that's kind of a separate deal. You can also take these and email these to your friends. Like if they were absent that day, you can always copy and email them your notes. You're not having to lend anybody your notebooks if they need notes. So let's go back. And then also with each one of these notebooks, you're going to get a set of stickers. And it's going to be the same set because I just thought this would be like a nice little thing. So as you're taking notes and things, you can like highlight different areas. You can even put down your reading assignments, group studies, and as you're studying, you can even put little notifications of when you can take a break and kind of set out your day so you can like manage your time a little bit better. You also have these little dots that you can just use for anything. I have quiz worthy, study, read, and then just take a break in any kind of color. So you can actually do also, if you want to color coordinate that, you can. So again, that will come with every single notebook. And I'll just kind of go through the different styles and stuff. So this is kind of like the little vanilla donut one I caught. So this is kind of to help you visually realize that you're in a different subject and that you don't get your notebooks confused. I did that as a kid. I would get 2 of the same notebook and I'd forget which subject it is. So I tried to make these visually different inside. So you have this rose one. So inside it's a little bit red and you have the background of the rose. And the paisley also has its own look and feel with blue. So you have like a totally different look and feel for each subject as you go. And these will be priced competitively to an actual paper spiral notebook. So I'm hoping people will kind of like start adopting kind of a digital way of working. And you'll see close-ups of all of these different ones. And please, if you have an idea for a different theme, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to create some more of these and create a whole bunch of different ones for people to choose from. It's just this is what I could get done in this time period. So please let me know. I hope you enjoy these. I hope this helps you in your studies, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.